Hello, I'm Zach Van Sliders with Old Man Gaming, and this is another horrible game review. Horrible not because of the game, but because of the quality of this review. If your first time, it's time for disclaimers. If you've done this dance before, I'm sure you can sing along. I am a house dad. I do not do this professionally, and therefore, you might hear my kid in the background. You might hear weird, long, awkward pauses from me, or my dog barking, or something else. I'm not going to go back and edit it. I don't get money for this. Number two, I only play about 10 hours, 10, 20 hours before I do a review on the game, so it's not a super in-depth one like you can find other places. This is more of a, hey, would every man want to play this? What's this weird dude on the internet's take on it? That's me. Number three, I don't do video game scores. I do pros and cons after an overview because I believe video gaming is one of the most subjective forms of art. With all that out of the way, today we are reviewing the free-to-play Smash Brothers-like fighting game, Brawlhalla. Right, have you ever played Smash Brothers and thought to yourself, this is fun, but man, I wish there was a version of it that was a little bit more murdery and a little less cute and cuddly? This is the game for you. Basically, it works almost in the exact same manner. There's small platforming kind of levels, and you're trying to knock your opponents off via damage. As you hit them, they become basically lighter and easier to knock off, and that's the idea of it. Something that's immediately unique about this game is the power-ups. Whereas Smash is just like tons of power-ups being dropped on you at all times. This one, there are a few just standard power-ups that drop, like a ball, a bomb, and some other stuff. Nothing huge or too crazy, but each character in the game has two weapons that they're basically, I don't want to say equipped with, but that they can equip. And then periodically, during the course of the fight, these glowing swords will appear and drop onto the map, and if you pick them up, your character will get one of his weapons, and this alternates back and forth. Now, each weapon has its own kind of fighting scheme, damage-wise and uses-wise, and then on top of that, each legend that uses them also uses the weapon in a slightly different way. As far as story goes, there's really not much to this. I think they're in Asgard and they're all fighting each other for some such reason. There's also, you can go into a Meet the Heroes section and read backstory on each different character. I don't think that's really the point of this game. I think the point of this game is to get you fighting as fast as humanly possible, and to get you battling other people. Now, you can casually play in a wide variety of modes, including an automatic matchmake for 4 people. You can also do custom things and actually get up to 8 people on the screen at one time, which is a little bit insane. And I will say there's a part of that in the con that we'll talk about later. The game also offers ranking for esport type behavior via a 2v2 ranked and then also a 1v1 ranked. Now, when I started up, there was roughly about 6 or 7 legends that I could play out of, I don't know, something like 20, 30 legends possible in the game. The legends being the characters. I'm not sure if they're rotating via month or week or what, but you can also pay gold for them. Gold, of course, you can buy as a microtransaction, but pleasantly enough, you can grind it out. It takes you a while, but you can grind it out and get any character in the game just by playing the game. Okay, so let's hit the pros. Pros are, this is really great for rapid fire gaming. You can get into the game to play it and to fight it and out in roughly about 10 minutes, which is really nice. If you've got just like, if you're, I don't know, a house dad and have maybe 10 minutes while your kid's eating a sandwich or something, you can get in, play a game of this and get out. It's really, and it'll still be fun. You'll still get the entire experience from it that you could have got. Also, the download amount to this game of data that it takes up is nothing. Like, you can download this thing in like 5 minutes. I think it's like something like 500 MB. It's really nothing. With all the weapons and legends in the game, I'm really surprised to say that I feel that overall it's pretty balanced. I don't feel like any weapon has a a superior meta to the others, and that could come from playing, and I could realize that I'm wrong on that, but I feel like even if it's at a disadvantage, it's not at a disadvantage severe enough that I can't win or overcome with some smart plays and some good moves, which is really nice. I can't tell you how hard it is to find a fighting game that's instantaneously balanced, especially in a free-to-play market. I will say I don't play a ton of fighting games, but still, when I do, I always find one character has got something that can beat everybody else. And anytime I go online, I'm meeting the same 3 or 4 different characters over and over again. In this, every time I've gone online, I've met different characters. Obviously, people find their favorites, they find their playstyle, and they play to it, and that's really cool. You don't see that a lot. I also enjoyed the strategic level of the weaponry and the legends instead of just like of a random insanity of drops. I like the idea of the things that I'm getting are the things that I want to get and the things that I want to use, and it concentrates more on what you can get and what you then have over things dropping on you at all times. So let's move to the cons. Okay, cons. Number 1, where is ranked free-for-all 4v4. And I know everybody's like, well, then they just go after the weakest guy and it just be whatever. It's part of the game. Like, this game is so 4v4 centered that if you just go in and you just play it and you just immediately get into matchmaking, it's going to be a 4v4. But then when you go into ranked, it's only 1v1, which is fine. I'm not against 1v1. Or it's 2v2, which I do want to point out, 2v2 has friendly fire, which is very strange. I understand why they did it, and I don't hate it. I've talked to somebody who was not a fan, so I think it could go either way. But I understand why they did it, so that you have to kind of like isolate one character, and you have to really think about where you are. But still, I think we need 4v4 free-for-all ranked. I really do. I think that would be a lot of fun, and I'm sure there would be some whiners, but I don't care. I enjoy 4v4 free-for-all more than anything else, so that's what I'd like to get ranked in, and I can't. Other small complaints come from the old side of me. Number 1, my hand hurts really bad after playing about 25 minutes of this. My thumb is done. I have to switch to something else. And like I said, just might be because I'm old and I've been playing games too long, and I'm sloppy and sad. But still, it hurts, and that keeps me from playing it as long as I want to. Number 2, again, probably old man problems, but I lose track of my character, especially in the free-for-all. Well, free-for-all isn't too bad with the 4 people. I do lose it sometimes. I will say this, if you have a lobby and it is more than 4 people, like 5 to 8, I lose my character all the time, and that's huge. They're fun and they're crazy, but I can't count the number of times I'm looking at my guide and somebody drops, everybody gets hit, and I have no idea where I went. Again, probably just old man problems. Also, one last thing, I don't mind grinding out to get the character I want. I have no problems with that, and I understand why it's there. You're trying to make money, I get that. However, if I have to grind out a character, I want to know if I want that character, and I need more than just stats and the weapons. This game really needs a practice mode where I can use any character just in practice, not against other players, just like an AI thing, so that I can see if his special moves and the way he uses his weapons is good for me, and then I can grind towards him. You earn anywhere from 20 to 50 gold per match. You can get extra with special missions or whatever. It's never more than 250, and each character costs right around 5,400. Like I said, it's not too bad of a grind, but still, I don't want to pay money. I don't want to grind out pay the gold, and then I get a character that I hate. So I would really like a practice mode that would allow us to give it a try. Alright, so that brings us to the end. I hope this has helped you. I do want to give a shout out to my online buddy, Knight645. He assisted me with capturing this, and he also drew my attention to the game. I never would have downloaded it on my own if he didn't. So thanks, Knights. And finally, I'm going to keep making these as long as you guys keep watching them. They're horrible. They're terrible. You can find better reviews out there. If you really want to see like tech specs or whatever, like I'm sure that other much more credible places has better reviews than me. But hopefully I've helped you. As long as you keep watching these, I will keep making them. That is it. I'll see you next time. Hey, are you into self-torture? Do you want to watch more of these terrible, horrible reviews? Well, you're in luck, because if low production values are your thing, click any of the things you see around you to see more terrible reviews that I did in my basement. And of course, don't forget to subscribe for a steady stream of abuse.